One and a two and a...
Wowie, wow, wowie, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's another different but similar live stream launch party right here on the Long Box Punk. I'm Kris the Punk. I'm C of CHK Comics. That's K of CHK Comics. And we're two crazy freaking people that decided that we would put together our own horror anthology as a brand new publisher that has never put together an anthology before. And let's just invite a whole bunch of creators and tell some scary stories and tie them all together with a twisted character that Kay created and that we're just utilizing in the best way possible. And now, what, 5 months later, here we are. We're launching the Kickstarter in just a couple minutes. I'm not going to keep saying that for the next hour and a half. I'm legit going to launch it in like just a couple minutes. We're going to have some friends of CHK Comics pop in, some other indie creators, some folks that have some campaigns of their own potentially happening. We're also going to introduce you to some of the creators that are a part of AHA, which is the name of the horror anthology because it's a horror anthology. Get it? AHA. We're clever here at CHK Comics, and so we like wordplay, but we're going to get into so many things. I don't even know where we're going to start with all of the evening, but I will say this. I am incredibly anxious about this launch, and so if you don't mind, I'm going to pop this beauty of a can that I picked up just for the live stream tonight.
Look at that.
Of this Haze and Mirrors dead unicorn smoke blowing pink and yellow skull. And so who's this even from? Pipeworks Brewing Company. I don't know where they're from. But yeah, I'm just gonna there we go. This is how we're gonna get through this live stream, folks. Jokes and stupidity and tasty beverages. So if you do you have a
those fine folks are from Chicago, Illinois, home to Rise Against, Sincere Engineer, a big fucking metal bean, and
a big metal
arguably
bean.
One of my favorite kinds of pizza.
Oh, wait, if it's one of your favorite kinds, what are your other favorite kinds of pizza?
Ooh.
You can't say that and not expect
8-year-old me would have said anything the Ninja Turtles would eat. 43-year-old me, pretty much the same.
Pretty much anything the Ninja Turtles would eat. Got
it. No, I'm a huge fan of Chicago style deep dish. I like a standard-ish deep dish too, but I also like a thin and crispy type crust. That's fun sometimes. Yeah, I've got beverages, but they're not alcoholic.
That's fine.
I'm caffeinating because after the show, I'm gonna go ink more pages.
Yeah, you are. Because those pages ain't gonna ink themselves.
If they do, it's probably gonna be messy as shit.
I mean, it could be fun. It could be a fun exercise in creative freedom.
Yeah, let Roger do it all.
Here's the thing. So there's a lot happening. I caffeinated before this. and I started taking this new multivitamin or supplement thing that my wife found that's supposed to help with like the ADHD brain. I have been so like hyper focused on. So I cleaned the entire warehouse today.
Oh,
Like
we need to talk separately about that because that sounds
yeah,
amazing.
I just was like, we finally got this stuff done, and I did. Now the floor is open, but it's a mess, and I need to clean it. I'm gonna clean the whole warehouse floor today. Let's just do that. And then like an hour later, I was done. And okay, now what do I do? I always hear stories about people that take Adderall and then suddenly they start doing that. And I feel like I had my first. It's not Adderall, but I feel like I had my first Adderall experience. Like, oh, my life could have been this focused the whole time. The whole time.
If you need help, Oklahoma's where the meth comes from.
Yeah, great.
That's all Adderall is a controlled form of meth. So, like, let's go.
So you're gonna bring meth with you to
I didn't say
Five?
I am not, dude. With ICE in airports, I am not doing anything like that. I like coming home.
I like you coming home too. You know what would be fun? I'm thinking of this a little late, but we could, everybody viewing, if you wanted to have a fun drinking game, every time we say aha during this live stream.
Aha! That's a great idea.
What a mess you would be in by the end of it. Speaking of aha, just to, because we got to get our first guest in here. I don't see him in here yet, but that's totally okay. The Kickstarter, I don't know if you've looked at it. I haven't looked at it since, I don't know, like 27 hours ago or something. But
look at that. 105.
Remember when you were like, it'd be nice to hit 50? And I was like, no, it'd be nice to hit 100. And you're like, it'd be great if we could hit 70. No, we're hitting 100. And then we just kept that back.
It was like 90.
You're like, if we could get to 90, that would be swell. And I was like, no, dude, stop it. We're getting to 100. And here we are at 105 followers. They're all about to get an email. Actually, let's just do it. Let's just go. How do I launch? Just no.
I would hope you know.
Overview. There it is. I'm ready to launch. You ready to launch?
Yep. Fucking let's go. It's only going uphill.
Yes, I have read these.
Yep.
We're launching. Our project is live.
Look at that.
31 days to go. And you know what? What an incredible segue. You know what else is live right now on Kickstarter?
What
is the final arc of Drumsticks of Doom. And and to maybe tell you about it, let's bring him in. We've got John Westhoff, Part-Time Comics, the man himself. We didn't plan this.
Hold on, I'm back in this campaign that just went live.
Yeah, you are. Hey, take all the time you need to figure that out. I'll talk people up of Drumsticks of Doom. It's a pretty fantastic story. I love what you're doing with this campaign specifically because you can get all 3 issues of the final arc titled Queen of Queens in the same campaign. And like, that's amazing. So
that is.
I was your first backer.
Thank you.
And I just like, I'm stoked, man. First of all, thanks for hanging out. I just went right into everything. Thanks for hanging out with us on this kickoff party. Secondly, congrats on a launching yourself. You're already like 2,400 plus in towards your goal. And also, how the heck are you, man?
I'm doing well. I appreciate your enthusiasm about it. I think a lot of people would argue that this was probably a career suicide, but I like to do things a little bit differently. And I'm so sick of crowdfunding at this point. I'm very grateful that it's really the only reason we've been able to do any comics is crowdfunding. So I'm not complaining, but it takes a lot of time away. And I've said, you know what? This year is all about Drumsticks of Doom, finishing this story, the story that Dan and I set out to do 5 years ago. That's been in my head for over a decade. I'm just going to focus on that. So why not just do them all at once? Save backers a bunch of money, save me a bunch of shipping headaches, and we're going to see how it goes. You know, I've never done one this high of a goal, but you know, I'm confident the backers, we've had a rabid backer since issue 1. So I'm sure we'll get there.
That's awesome. Yeah. When I first opened it and saw the goal, I was like, whoa, John, what are we doing? And then I started actually like reading the campaign page briefly. I was skimming. I was like, I know I'm backing this. Like, I don't even know why. But then, so I went to the rewards and I was like, okay, can I just get all 3 right now? Yes, I can. That's why he's funding all 3. Okay. That's genius. Because as someone who is impatient and has the memory of a gnat, I appreciate being able to sit down and read an entire arc together. Which is why most times I just trade weight on everything else anyway. Like I'm not going to remember this between.
I mean, I am a dirty trade waiter too, so I am very anti-floppy. So I only do this out of the hardcore floppy fanatics out there. Is the reason I do this. So hopefully it seems like people are all backing for all 3 to start. So I think my inclination was right that they just want all the issues at the same time. We've had a couple people back for 1. So I'm wondering if maybe they just didn't even look down the page and they were just like, "Oh, just give me the digital.
Just give me the book." Yeah.
It's very possible.
And like you've got all the everything again. You've got, I think, 1 Arachnigator 3D print left. You've got some of the plushies for Argyle left. Like you're bringing everything that you still have probably in the boxes behind you.
Thank you, sir.
Of merch.
Yeah, all these boxes. And part of the reason we're doing it all together is we were very fortunate to team up with Massive Publishing to get it into retail stores. So that's the boxes are starting to pile up. That's issue 1 and 2 behind me. The overage that I printed. So a part of it is I kind of need to plan that out and do a larger print run up front because some will be going to retail. So this helps us all. It's really actually, even though the budget looks big, it's not even close to what we need overall. But again, we've got different routes now. We've got a little bit of retail success. We've got a lot of crowdfunding success. So I think we can make all that work now this year. Because again, this year is just about focusing on this book. Argyle, the spinoff book, came out and did well. And now the last 3 issues of it'll be 10 issues total, which is right about where we wanted to be when we started. So
that's perfect.
That's rad.
It's all love when everything comes full circle, like you kind of intended it to come. So with aha, for those playing at home, I'm gonna make weird noises every time we say aha. But this is it's only our second Kickstarter collectively, but it's like quadruple the goal or some stupid number higher than what we had as our goal for Barricade Brigade last year, because we didn't collect any money in our pockets last year. And this time we were like, we need to put money in the creators' pockets and in the cover artists' pockets. And we need to be able to pay for a bigger print run. And, it's going to be 70 plus pages, square bound, still digestized, because that's how we roll. And it was like, we did all the math and it was very much oh crap, we have to have like a $3,500 goal. Okay, we have to fund a $3,500 goal. Great. Perfect. So, but I think we're going to get there. I am insanely proud of what we're doing with the book. And I'm just glad that I finally was able to launch it. I've been up past 1 a.m. every night for the past week, just do I have everything? What am I missing? I know I'm missing something. What is it?
And I definitely think that's something people who don't crowdfund can't empathize with. How much of your time goes into building each campaign. Kickstarter's done a great job in the last couple of years, especially. They've given us a lot of tools to import previous rewards and stuff like that, but it's still it is an insane amount of work when you really think about it. To basically set up a web store every time just to launch. But
every time
I put stuff on our web store and it's crickets. But if I put it on Kickstarter, people are like, "Yay, Kickstarter!" So you kind of you have to be part of that, that event. So, but it takes a lot. It takes so many hours before you launch and while you launch and after you launch. You know, and again, that was part of why we're doing it all in one. But yeah, I don't know if I can go back. I've been a 4 or 5 Kickstarters a year guy for the last
It's
5 years,
crazy.
and it's
That's
been a lot.
Yeah, I don't envy your workload at all. I don't care how many tools Kickstarter puts in. I'm even now thinking ahead, like, okay, so we launched this one, but we're launching Barricade Brigade Chapter 1 in July. So I'm gonna have to do all of this again in like 2.5 months. Damn it. Like, what are
There
we
should just
doing?
be like Kickstarter, just give us the button that says copy campaign. That's all we want.
That'd be so nice.
Yeah. But then, control freak me would be like, yeah, but I want it to be unique every time.
Yeah.
And I don't
And,
want it
and they're definitely, we could tweak it. And for me, when you're a veteran, you've been through it a lot. It's just part of your routine. And I do half an hour here and 15 minutes. Oops, I forgot to update that. I'll better take a picture of this. Most of us kind of have it just kind of built into our ADHD lifestyle, but
yeah.
But when you really start to think about like all those hours and minutes, you're like, wow, is this even worth all the hours?
Right.
I might as well just give away the book for free.
Yeah. The whole time is money concept. I try not to think of it like that because I would be negative so much money.
Right.
But I mean, then I was actually thinking about this as I was driving home today, because even at work, I'm like, I gotta launch a book tonight. What are we gonna do? How am I gonna? And so I'm just like, it's nonstop for me, and it will be for the next 31 days or whatever. Which, by the way, I have already closed Kickstarter. I don't want to look at it again until after the launch party.
I was about to ask you that. I don't usually do these launch parties because I'm obsessively just refreshing the screen. So yeah. I applaud you for distracting yourself.
Honestly, like that's kind of what this is it's if I didn't do a launch party, I would hit launch now and then post about it everywhere and then just refresh. Like, did they get the message? I know people are seeing the post, or have they backed yet? Are they going? And that's not healthy. So I instead decide to just dump all of my anxiousness and stress into a live stream. So, but no, I don't remember anything that I was saying. Oh, it was the whole, like, we do all of this work and deal with all this stress. And I've been sleeping like less than 5 hours every night for the past several weeks, honestly, in part because of and, and it was just like, what are we doing? Like, I'm not even going to we're not making money from this. So what the hell are we doing? And then I was like,
we're living life, my friend. It's all part. Living life and doing something.
This is like, we're making art, we're telling stories, we're talking to new people, we're involving and seeing new art be created, we're boosting new creators' voices through this book, we're connecting them with potential new readers. And then at the end of it, when we fund, because we will fund, just like we will get to 100 followers, and we broke that. So but it's like at the end of everything, getting to hold the book makes all of this stress and anxiety and all of this everything else completely worth it. And it suddenly is like, oh yeah, that's okay, great. Yeah, good.
Proving that it is a toxic relationship, you totally forget all the trauma you went through. And you're like, yes.
You'll never
Man,
do
when
it
that
to
box
me
comes
again.
in the mail, you're just like, yeah, let's do it again.
Right? Yeah, you get it. And then it's suddenly like, so I work in a warehouse and I do shipping and receiving stuff all day for other people's merch. And so getting a box of my own stuff and then opening it and not being like, what's the shit in this box? Opening and be like, there's my books. And my wife is just sitting on the couch like, you imbecile. Love you. Love you, dear. But so outside is Drumsticks of Doom, like, is the Queen of Queens arc, is this the only, like, the final Kickstarter that you guys are doing?
This is it. This is it. We may, if this goes well, and we're like you said, we're gonna fund, we're gonna get there, right? That will put in motion the 3 final issues. We may sneak in the second trade paperback, which is obviously another huge step for us. So it'll be a final 10 issues, 2 trade paperbacks. Maybe for the 10th anniversary, we'll do like an oversized hardcover or something down the road. But
I'm a sucker for that.
And that's a big step for us too. The trade of Drumsticks really carries us at conventions and in other campaigns, and having that second volume will be huge. And then I think that will hopefully then next year springboard us into some other books that have wrapped up in trade paperback. And but you know what, I realized like Dan had been doing this book for a while, and he no complaints from him, but it was like, okay, I think it's time to really, it's been a couple years, we're 7 issues in, let's focus on this, wrap it up, and then then we can have 2 volumes out there. And I will say, of course, don't want to give too much away. If things do well, you can always return to a universe. But sure, Dan and I really planned out 3 arcs. It was get the band together, record the album, go on tour. So I feel like within the story, it's kind of reached its natural arc. But you've read the book.
Yeah,
there's so much to this world that we could dip in and out if we wanted to in the future. But for now, we're going to put a pin in it and be happy that we are one of the very few independent creators that got this long of a run on a book. And I think it's a good, satisfying story. So why push it further,
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing too, to be able to look back at it and go, damn, we really did do exactly what we set out to do. There's plenty of creators that I've talked to on the show, in person, whatever, that are, have these, I'm going to do a 65 issue opus, and it's going to, and it's like, hey, good on you, but good luck. Because a lot of stuff just gets 2-3 issues in and fizzles out, or the audience loses interest, or whatever, timing, or whatever reasons happen. And then suddenly they're like, damn, and you guys are still chugging along. You're still putting out new stuff. You're getting to tell the story in your own way, and you got picked up with Massive. Like, it was so freaking awesome. I was like, I know I've got this book in like several different formats, but I almost bought it at my local comic shop just to be like, John, look, like my local comic shop has your freaking book.
Please, it's the same content. We do appreciate it. If you want a retail copy, I'll send you one in the mail.
But yeah, it just like, it's so cool to see you continue to put stuff out and telling a badass story. And it's not the only involvement that we're going to have with you and your miscreant band of metalhead misfits. More on that when we get into Barricade Brigade gear, but just bookmark that in your brain for future you, because we got some really cool shit planned with other indie comic bands to maybe be at a music festival with our band. So that's what and real life bands and bands that we completely made up. Like, it's a great mix, and I'm really excited about all of that. So not as excited though as I am right in this moment of, like, we launched AHA. We're hanging out with cool people, making cool comics. There's actually like a very busy chat happening right now, which is insane. I'm not used to that. So I'm here for all of it, man. And I'm stoked that you're continuing to take different steps forward, and like never deciding to settle, like, yeah, we got this figured out, we'll just keep going. Because I like the all 3 issues in one campaign, even though it's a bigger swing. I think it's great. Like, that's how I feel that's why we're not doing floppies. We're just going straight to here is the story arc.
And again, that was my plan with Part-Time Comics, because I worked at another company for about 10 years with another a partner of mine, and I just despised the floppies, and I was like, we're going all OGNs. And then I looked at the price and I was like, we're going floppies. Part of the gig is just kind of getting through to the trade, but I am I do definitely still enjoy all the great covers we've had and all the people who've worked on the book. So I do still enjoy it, but I do wish I was a little braver and just said, screw it, we're going straight to trade.
We're just going straight to trade. I have dropped the link for
Thank you.
Queen of Queens in the comments, so anybody that is there can click over to. I'll probably do some sort of recap post thing as well, because I appreciate making time on a very last minute schedule.
I appreciate you having me, because again, I even though I've been doing this forever, still I didn't plan anything for launch day, and I kind of, again, almost the opposite of you. Instead, I try to just wallow in my anxiety and hit refresh, and I really need to stop doing that. I need to just get out there, talk through it, have fun, because in the end, even if it doesn't fun, it's enjoyable. I love being part of this community. I love making books. I'm very, very, very fortunate to have great collaborators to work with. So as much as I commiserate and talk about how hard it can be.
Yeah.
It's still a fun thing. If this funds will be like my 27th or 28th successful crowdfunder. So
That's nuts.
I've been doing well for myself the last 15 years.
Yeah, dude,
That's
that's
awesome.
insane. Like just those numbers, 27
Mhm.
campaigns, 15 years of Kickstarter. I don't have 15 in me, man. I don't. I already know I don't. So where can people find you that might not already just absorb all of your social media content?
Right underneath my chin here. Go to the link tree. We're Part-Time Comics with an X on all social medias. You can find us easier. We're still one of the few people in the world that enjoy social media. I'm on most of them all the time, but this link tree is the best place. You can find the link to the campaign. You can find the link to social media, Substack. However you want to interact with us, you get to pick, right? Some people aren't social media people. Some prefer email. Some just want to go directly to campaigns. We have it all at the link tree right here. Is the best way to find us.
Perfect. Dude, I appreciate it. Look at that. We're
appreciate
staying
you.
on time and shit. This is insane.
Yeah, I don't want to get you off right away. So roll in next time. You guys have me. Good luck with your launch. You're off to a good start.
Thanks,
And,
John. Appreciate you,
I'll
man.
keep promoting it.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Later.
We'll talk soon, dude. Boot. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
All right. So the next guest I don't see in the green room yet. If you're watching and you're a creator in AHA and you're like, hey, I have that link in Discord. Hey, it's in our Discord. And I want to pop in for 5 minutes. You're more than welcome to pop in for 5 minutes. I just don't like the sound of chewing, Miguel. So I appreciate you hanging out, not on the stream, because if you were eating on this, I might murder you. It's a
Slurping is the
thing.
one that gets me.
Oh, dude, the only thing that I'm like my wife. The only thing that I'll tolerate the sound of eating noises from are adorable animals, and even then, it's really only rodents like capybara and guinea pigs and the occasional bat as well, because they make tiny little slurping sounds. But that's it. Everything else, I don't want to hear it.
If you're eating cereal and you slurp the milk and then I have to hear you crunch the cereal too, like, no, it's a no for me. I want to dump your bowl in the sink and run the garbage disposal. You're grossing me out.
All right. So first, see, here comes the chaos part. I can't see the most handsome man in indie comics and not bring him onto the stage. And then, so we've got Duke Electric.
Whoa. Look at that.
Pink suit and everything, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. I'm probably going to lose the vest here very shortly because I am burning up.
It is a hot topic. So, yeah.
But you wear it well. It's like
Thank you.
it's
Thank
like
It
Here's-
suits you.
ah.
Thank you.
Here's a very deep cut reference for you. If you're anything like Tom DeLonge, you look better when you're wet. Yeah, Tom Travis Mark
Possibly.
show.
Possibly, yeah.
You'll see as the show goes on and gets hotter and hotter that I get wetter and wetter. All right, so people love the suits. I love the suit.
Thank
you know, I'm
you.
a
Yeah.
fan. Before we get Mr. Zeno on here, which I see him all set, and now we have matching headsets in our white headphones, buddy. I love it because I can see him and no one else can see him. But before I get him on, Duke, give the folks what's your story in AHA?
Yeah, it's a good question. I had to remember because I've been so busy recently. But it's a technological horror. It's about a guy who's just a little bit paranoid about life, the world, everything, and so paranoid he puts like air tags and stuff on his stuff and his family just to make sure if anything goes wrong he knows what's happening. And so his son has an air tag in his jacket and his shoes and stuff, and one day he goes to school and basically thinks everything's okay, and he picks him up from school, and then when he's on his way home he realizes that the air tag goes off being like, I'm in a whole other part of town. Meanwhile his kid's still sitting next to him, and it kind of all becomes a big spooky thriller mystery short story. So
Spooky thriller mystery. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
And Miguel's
really
doing-
excited.
Miguel, I think he's in the chat. is doing the art for it. It's looking really awesome. So
he is indeed there.
there he is.
And all right, so that's your story, which I'm stoked for.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, dude, we read your pitch and immediately were like, yeah, okay, well, Duke's in. So
Yep.
Sweet.
what do we need to do to get this to make sure that he's got room in the book? So
Awesome. Thank you.
Stoked to have you
Appreciate
part
that.
of it. And let's bring in our next friend of CHK, CL Zeno, my man with the purple shirt. Let's go.
What's up?
Friend of the pod. Happy to be here.
Coming in purple, and I've got a green and blue background. Like, is this even the same show? What the hell?
Oh man.
How the heck are you?
I'm doing good. Life is hectic and crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm in Philadelphia for a work conference.
Okay.
I have my drawing tablet. I've also been drawing comics
Perfect.
before and after the conference. We have the Enchanted Circus of Wonder, which is live on Kickstarter right now. It's
like
honestly
2
for
hours, right?
Yeah, for like a couple more hours. It's live right now. We just launched Phantasmagoria #2 like a week ago. And then next month we launch Drunk Mom #3, which I'm furiously drawing right now. And then in June I get married. So there's lots happening.
No pressure.
Totally
Jeez.
normal year. Yeah.
All good things. All good things. But yeah, trouble in paradise over here.
Yeah.
That's
How's everybody doing?
good.
Doing good.
Yeah. Jealous that I don't get to go to work conferences in Philadelphia though. Like,
Yeah,
shit.
it's pretty nice. I like Philly. Philly's a cool city. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Enchanted Circus of Wonder, but we're doing a prequel called Salvaged, which is really cool. And then for the 3-issue miniseries, they're in Richmond. We do a flashback to New Orleans, which is cool. And then in Salvage, we get to go to Charleston, which is really cool because there's pirates involved. And like, if you know anything about pirates, Blackbeard Siege in Charleston is probably the finest hour of pirates ever. So I really wanted to go to Charleston. And then for my pitch for Enchanted Circus 4 through whatever is just like a new American city every week and doing like a, Dungeon of the Week, like new artifact. It's like, you guys know the Conjuring universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just go, there's a new artifact, they collect it so no evil people can use it, and they keep it safe, and then they go to the next town. Like that's the pitch.
That's
So,
outstanding.
Like we went to Wilmington, Delaware, we went to Baltimore, and we went to Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and Annapolis, Maryland, for like our spring break on like a just a little road trip. And it's really fun. Like we just love traveling, my fiance and I. I figured, like I've never been to New York City. We should probably go to do that soon, probably next year. But yeah, it's just I'm never at home, man. I'm never at home. That's 2026 so far. Has just been all right. Where are we going?
That's
Because
so rad.
Yeah,
we went to my cousin's wedding in Winnipeg, so we went there.
Winnipeg, Manitoba. That's up in Duke's neck of the woods.
Yeah.
I know it's not close.
I know.
It's fine.
You know where the PA is? It's like 6 hours north of Winnipeg. No, okay.
It's too far for me. Too far for me.
Yeah.
I just assume, and I make this mistake all the time. I was just talking to my wife's cousin because this weekend I'm tabling my first convention, like as a creator, and it's up in Columbus. And I was like, "Hey, you guys live in Columbus? Like, you should pop by. We're gonna be hanging out. It's gonna be awesome." And he was like, "We live like 45 minutes away from there." I was like, "But
I'm 45 minutes away from you."
And you live in Columbus, so like, what are you talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's north and we're south." And I was like, "Okay, so you're not coming." I just assume everybody knows everybody if it's the same city, which I know is dumb because then people are like, "Oh, you're in Cincinnati? Like, so you know this guy?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know that person."
That's like talking to somebody who's in Cerulean City and is like, "What do you mean you haven't beat Misty yet?" "Oh, I live on the other side of Cerulean City." Like, what are you talking about?
That's awesome. So you said Drunk Mom launches in
Next
May?
month in April.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I will include that link since that's going to be Johnny on the spot for you. And Phantasmagoria. So you've got Tales of Goop 2 in the second issue, and then I saw you in the group chat in the third issue. So I'm assuming Goop continues, or is that for a new tale?
Goop continues in the end of his arc in issue 3.
Ooh, okay.
So will it be the end of Goop? I guess we'll have to find out. But it's definitely the end of the arc.
That's awesome. So, yeah, you have just a couple things going on.
Just a couple.
Just a few. But so being a creator that's been in a horror anthology before, like what would you tell someone like Duke, who is now, or Miguel, who I see in the green room, but I don't think I have space for. But like, what would you tell anybody that's involved on the creator side only of an anthology specifically?
Yeah, there's tons of different moving parts, right, for an anthology. So like the person putting it together, I think people often assume that they are a tour de force of marketing. And what I would say is that they can reach their audience. They can't reach your audience. And so if we pool our audiences together, we have a larger reach. And so, just to get more eyeballs on the project and to share it with your friends and family, your audience, your people that are cheering you on and supporting you, make sure you're actively promoting it. Because as we know with crowdsourcing, the funding that comes from the initial backers are what actually pay for it to get printed in the first place. So it doesn't really exist unless there's people there to support it. So that relationship with your fans is important, even if you don't see them as fans yet, because it's one of your first comics. That is something that I learned working on anthologies, and I think it's like. I felt so like blessed, honestly, working with George on Phantasmagoria 1 because he knew I was working on Evandris and Drunk Mom, and he just basically was like, "Hey, do you have any stories to pitch me?" I'm doing a horror anthology, and I was like, "Okay, well, horror is not really my thing. Like, it's not that it's not my thing, but like it was definitely my uncle's thing and my sister's thing. Like they would push me into the Universal like." Horror Nights mazes and stuff, and I would pee my pants. I was like 10 years old. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die!" Like just, it was forced on me. So like I think I have a good like horror language and like visual sense and like much good reference, and like I understand horror. I probably don't enjoy it more than most people, but I have learned it's a bit an acquired taste for me, and so I was like, all right. Well, I have been doing research for Dungeons and Dragons. I'm running a couple of vampire characters, villains, heroes. One of the heroes got infected. So yeah, I have a vampire story in me. I've been doing the research. And he goes, "Cool, we'll have 2 vampire stories." And I was like, "Dude, okay. So I guess I'm going to scrap my idea altogether. What if I just do the Dungeons and Dragons campaign as a comic? What if I make it a fantasy horror? Because it's probably the other guy is probably not doing a fantasy horror. It's probably grounded in a little more reality. So that it pushed me to be my authentic self. And then the character of Goop is a hero who gets infected with vampirism, and I did not expect myself to see myself in little Goop. But there's some dark places that I ended up going with Goop in issue 2. So in issue 1, he gets killed in like the first 2 or 3 pages and turned into a vampire, which is kind of funny because he's a frog. Like everything is just inherently funny. But I treat him like very Shakespearean. Like he's a real character. He's a real person. He's got feelings and motivations. but like everything just doesn't really come across as grandiose as I mean it, because he's a frog and everyone's just like, ha, little frog guy. But like in issue 2, like he's wrestling with his mortality, but also he can't die, and so the monster that he's become, he hates his illness and hates himself and tries to commit suicide, and he can't. And so like I was like, wow, okay, Leighton.
Maybe I need to process something. I don't know.
Maybe I reach out to my support network. Maybe text my therapist. Anyway, but yeah, like it's been a great like journey of like, what am I actually afraid of, you know, and how do I use my experience as my instrument when I'm writing this story, you know, like how do I put the human parts into it that people are going to latch onto and appreciate. So yeah, really fun, really enjoying that. And awesome. I know your guys' anthology is going to be full of absolutely original and creative things. I just, the CHK mission statement, I know I've said it a couple times, it's probably one of my favorite mission statements of any company ever. Like if you just take CHK Comics and then something that's just absolutely evil in today's world, like OpenAI or something, like just good and evil, just like angel and devil on my shoulder of you guys, and then freaking Sam Altman, you know, like just
perfect.
It's like what you guys are doing like heals the world, right? Like you can't say it any better than only you can tell your story. That is the most encouraging shit I've ever heard anyone tell a creator, and I'm here for it, and I really appreciate you guys.
Love it.
It's yeah.
That was one of those like it was one of those weird ass times that I actually wasn't in the shower having one of those thoughts like, this is so profound. And I was like, I think I was helping my wife, like we were cleaning up after dinner, doing the dishes, whatever, like very Betty homemaker things. And I was like, only you can make your art, babe. I will finish this. I have to get this out. Like, where's my stuff? It's gotta come out of my brain. So that's a great habit. That's a great habit of like, I have to get it out of my brain, because the more that you have those experiences, the more habitual it comes and the more natural it comes. Mm-hmm. Like the more those thoughts get recorded on your phone, in your notes app, or on a notebook or wherever, right? Yeah. And like that's the healing and therapeutic part of it that I enjoy about writing that I didn't really expect to enjoy. So yeah. Nice. Awesome, dude. I appreciate you popping in, sharing some excitement. Good luck with your insane schedule. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's all like wildly rad stuff. So like I mentioned to John, I'll make sure to do like a post live party wrap up something, and I'll include the Drunk Mom link that way. Where can people find you on social media?
Most active on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky. I also have a website, clzeno.com, and my link tree in my Instagram bio has all the links to Chance Circus, Drunk Mom, and Phantasmagoria. So
perfect.
And then I got a podcast at 9 after I hop off. So
yeah, you do.
See you guys later.
Thanks for squeezing us in, and we'll be talking soon, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Peace out.
So, nice to meet you.
See ya. Boot and add. Look at this. We got a creative team.
There
wow.
we go.
Aha.
Howdy.
Aha.
That's never going to get old for me.
I was like, damn, I'm underdressed.
What the hell, Vaughn?
Oh, no. Don't worry about it.
Dude, what? Yeah, man. Does he realize he's in the book? Like
you're in the book. What are you doing?
You're gonna get a copy or 5, man. Yeah. Oh, we're just all right. Let me catch up on this. Talk amongst yourselves. How often do you guys talk as a creative team?
He's been
like once a
not
week
a
or
lot.
so. Yeah, you did Toronto Comic Con this week. So you're pretty busy, but I like once a week or so. Like not too. Like I don't hound him or send him a million text messages being like, Wes, what are you doing right this second? But it's pretty chill. It's a playback team. So
Hell yeah.
Duke
That's
checked
nice.
up on me like a couple days back. He's like, "Hey, Migs, are you good? Or Miguel, are you good?" I was like, "Hey, I'm in the trenches. I'll
Yeah.
be perfectly honest. Going to Comic Con is going to kick my ass, and I survived though. I'm here.
that's good.
Nice.
Was it good? Was it a good event?
It was good. It was
Yeah.
good.
Nice.
I think I saw like I saw a CHK pop on a podcast, and then the podcast host, bless his heart, was like, "Oh, you're probably not missing much Toronto Comic Con." I was like, "Oh, I was just there." I was like, "Dang,
That's awesome.
no love from America." But, at that show, Duke sent me a message. He's like, "Do you want to table together at Brantford Comic Con?" Was it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I would.
Nice.
I would. And we should do our civic duty and promo this project.
Hell yeah.
Right. It
Yeah,
is
I
your
figured,
civic
man.
duty, gentlemen. Yeah.
Yes.
We
Yeah, I
need
just got-
photographic proof. We need video evidence, if at all possible.
Sounds good.
You know, all the things, all the proof that you're actually. I'm kidding. I'm totally joking.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Don't you worry.
For
But I mean,
Canada.
that's for Canada. That's some good, like, top tier
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah.
If you can get a creative team that just happened to be close enough that you can do an event together, that's nuts. I have yet to meet 95% of the people that I've had on my show until June. There's like 7 people that have been on my show that are going to be at this con in June. But aside from that, I just never see, apparently no one, everything's about Ohio, but nobody comes to Ohio. So that's a me problem. I guess I need to travel. Everybody loves the suit, dude.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
Everybody
Thank you,
is-
Ken.
It's one of my
That's awesome.
few post punks that I have met in real life. We go back to the good old days of Twitter, being friends over there and
Nice.
bonding over
Wow.
Valiant Comics. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
he was the first internet friend that I told my wife, like, "Hey, we're gonna meet up with this guy that I've been talking to online
That
at a
doesn't
hockey
sound
game."
bad.
And she was like, "Okay, can we get pizza after?" I was like, "Hell yes, we can." Yes, we can. I see I've got Jade in the green room, which means part of the round robin. Duke, I'm gonna kick you.
Sounds
Maybe
good.
you can
Good to
keep
see you
hanging
all.
out if you want to.
Yeah, good to
but
see you.
Appreciate you
teammate.
hanging out.
Farewell.
All right. See
yeah.
you, dudes.
See you, man.
So, yeah.
Remove. Oh shit. Add back. There we go.
Oh,
I
I'm back.
clicked it too many
We're
times.
back.
Unless you don't want to be. You don't. I mean, this is.
I can make some space. My teammate is gone. I'd be the only Canadian left, so I'll
Perfect.
I
Yeah, because
quit my
this
house.
next
Gotta
guy, this
did
next
you-
guy is not Canadian.
Oh.
He's in the Big Sky country, which is all I'll say. But I'm familiar enough with the state because that's where my sister is. But again, Jade, I assume everybody in Montana just knows each other because there's like 7 of you living in Montana,
I mean, you're not far off.
and a
I'm
bunch of
surprised.
Californians.
I'm always surprised. Someone will make that assumption, jokingly, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, do you know this person?" I'm like, damn it, I do. I do know this person. So yeah, I mean, it's not as random as it might seem in that way, but
That's fantastic.
well, yeah, thanks for having me on, y'all.
Yeah.
Congrats on the launch. I'm excited about the project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell us, Jade, what you're excited about. I'll take the ego bump.
Well, I'm excited when anybody tries to do an anthology. I know firsthand because
Yeah,
we
you
did
do.
our anthology last year how much of a lift it is. Like, even though like it's not necessarily the same thing as making your own book, but in many ways it's harder. I found it's like harder than making your own book
Yeah.
because you're working with so many different different folks, but then it's not just the capacity of people, it's everybody has a different expectation sometimes, and it's kind of getting everything to gel. There's so many little things, and so anytime anybody is making an anthology, especially a horror anthology, I'm way on board, because I think it's such a cool avenue for creators to jump in on and to work work through ideas. So I'm super excited that just more folks are making it, and the fact that like y'all are kind of doing it under the guise of like punk rock, but then also horror, is just like, well, that's just straight up my alley. So that's awesome.
Hell yeah, that's the perfect answer. Your payment's in the mail. I keep hearing though, like, the more now that we're making our own, it's that whole like, if you buy a red car, you're suddenly only going to see other red cars on the street. But
Yeah.
ever since we've gotten into the promotion and the like building the campaign and the actual logistics of this whole campaign and all of this stuff, and it's not just like a quiet Discord of us and the creators, talking about their stories and all those things. It suddenly is like, I'm reading a bunch of people's posts on different Discord channels or on social media or Substack posts or whatever about how hard it is to fund an anthology. And it's like, oh, well, anthologies usually just scrape by. And I'm like, don't say that. Like, why are you saying that to me right now? I'm doing our first one. Like, what?
Interesting.
I'm here to break that expectation, and it's about the journey.
Yes.
Exactly right, Ms. Foxy. It is about the journey.
That's so funny that is that other folks have that perception, because that's definitely not my experience.
Great.
Is that I've found that anthologies, like especially in crowdfunding sense, that's the kind of easy part, because you have all of the other creators that are in the book that are helping promote, and so it's like a bigger platform to kind of get out there.
Yeah.
Which was what was so nice. Like, other books, like single issue comics and stuff like that, maybe even like issue 3 or 4 of a series or stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to struggle, because that number one, everybody's on board for the start of a story, and that's exciting. But then you get deeper into the into the series, and it's a little harder to kind of get that momentum back. But like with an anthology, it's this one-off. Sometimes it's creator's first book, and so you're getting the friends and family bump that you normally would with like your first book, but you're getting it because of their first project.
Yep.
And so no, I've found anthologies to do really well.
Great.
But
Thank you.
So I have no doubt that yours is also going to perform really, really well.
Sweet. Again, I just put a second payment for you in the mail. Let's see how high we can rack this up for you. I think the same. Like, when it was just Kay and I doing Barricade Brigade, which was last year, issue 0, it was all of the friends and family and the like, oh my God, you made a thing. Like, you've been talking about this for years. Hell yeah, I'm going to buy it. And it was all the warm fuzzies from all those people. And we hit, our goal overnight, the first night, and it was awesome. And we were just like riding cloud 9 the rest of the time. And with this one, it's not just that it's a much higher goal than the $600 goal we had for Barricade Brigade, but also like, I take it very seriously that all of these creators, who some of them are first time creators, like we specifically chased after, hey, we want new voices in indie comics. We want people that haven't been given a chance otherwise. Like, you're the people that we want to give a chance to. I'm burning up. I'm losing the vest. Oh my God, he's naked on stream. But like, we were very intentional about that. Like, we said no to people just because they had too much experience. So I take it very, like, we have a responsibility, right, to make sure that this funds so that we get to follow through on the pitch of, hey, we're going to give you a chance. We're going to put you in the book. We're going to pair you up with with another creator if you need to be. And then you're going to get to hold your story, this thing that you created, in your hands. Like, we promised these creators that. And I don't take that lightly, because like I was coming up with all sorts of stupid ways to get people just to do the pre-launch follow thing to get to the stupid number that I had made up in my head. So now that I have an actual target goal that we need to hit, like, buddy, get used to seeing me posting a lot, because I think it's true though. Like, if our entire roster all had that same, like, holy shit, it's on me to get this thing funded, I feel like we would fund overnight. And I don't understand the discourse that I've seen of like, oh man, anthologies are tough. Cause like, why? How?
Yeah.
Right, totally.
We have
And I think
17 creators.
I think that like it could be a case of, and just hearing that you talk through that about like more experienced creators who jump into an anthology, maybe they just don't give as much of a shit. They just don't care as much. You know what I mean? They're not like, oh, well, this is my first story or an earlier story of mine, and I have to help promote it and stuff like that. Yeah. They're like, small fish. It's a story in something, they don't need to chase it as much. And so I think for first time creators or, creators who are maybe earlier in their careers of getting stuff out, like, it's such a great opportunity, and they're hungrier for it. And so I think that like it's gonna help. So I think it is smart. It is smart to grab and to be catering the book towards more fresh creators and fresh voices and stuff like that. I think that's a really wise decision. So yeah, man, that's
wasn't
awesome.
Wasn't at all from the intentionally good business choices. we legit were like, I was ranting about on one of my Substack live streams on a Wednesday about like, man, we've submitted to like 5 different, however many different anthologies, and like we're either not hearing anything or we're hearing no's almost immediately. Like, we should just do our own. And I just kind of said it just like that and moved on. And then after the stream, I had a text from Kay like, okay, but no, seriously, we should. And like, I've already been thinking about this, and here's the pitch. Here's what we're going to do. And then suddenly it was like, oh yeah, we are going to do an anthology.
That's funny. Yeah. When it's funny how just an off comment steamrolls or you can snowball into something that you're like, oh God, this is going to be a year of my life. Like when we did the found footage anthology, the It's a Horror Show anthology, it was like a one-off comment that I made to Mark Bernal at Lesser Known, and it was, he was just like, hey, have you ever thought about doing this? And I was like, yeah, maybe I'd be interested in it. Cut to like we had like a meeting with a bunch of creators and stuff like that. And he's just like, yeah, Jade's doing this thing, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm okay. I guess I'm doing this thing. Here we go. And then I was able to work with Brandon Blocksdorf at Apollo, and it became kind of a joint venture of Lesser Known Comics and Apollo City Comics. And that's how we did the thing, and it kind of grew from there. But yeah, it was just kind of like this one-off, like, hey, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, I guess. And then it just now it's happening, and it came out, and it was an intense experience, because it's not just the kind of curation process. That's kind of the fun part. That was really fun to get to look through everybody's stories and think about, okay, what's going to work well in a book, and thinking about the different creators and how they might gel in a collection and stuff like that. And then you're promoting, and you're promoting for a long time. And yeah, I feel like when it's Kickstarter season, when I'm like doing a new book or whatever, I'm just like, God, I know there's got to be somebody out there in Instagram land or whatever that's just like, Jay, just stop. I'm like, no, everybody needs to know.
Yep. I heard, so I used to like work in social media management marketing for a radio station, and it was like, just because you're posting it every hour, the
Mhm.
people that are seeing it maybe every other day. And that was
Yeah.
like 15 years ago, before the menace of algorithms and all the nonsense
Yeah.
now. Like, that was truly just like, yeah, you got to post all the time. And a buddy of mine said, when I was promoting something that we were doing, and I was talking, like, I had a group of dudes that we got together weekly and just talked life. And I had mentioned something like, I just feel like I can't keep talking about this, because everybody's gonna be like, dude, shut up. Like, you can't, that's all we hear about. And he looked at me and he was like, listen, there's a difference between self-centered and self-interested, and you always need to be self-interested. And I was just
Good
like,
way to put it.
oh, damn, okay. And so suddenly it was like, all right, yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, great. So I will unashamedly just promote all the things all the time. And because the algorithms are what they are, like, I did a test, because that's how I am. And one of the cover reveals I also shared to my Facebook, which I never use. And I can tell I never use it, because Facebook buries me. Because it got like 7 views out of my 14,000 friend list, whatever the hell, on Facebook. And it had like 3 reactions to it on Facebook. Meanwhile, on Instagram, it's blowing up, where I post almost daily. And it was just like, oh, okay, that's got it. Algorithms are real and they suck. And don't try. Now that I've said bye to Facebook, I don't need to worry about trying to do anything on Facebook, because that just proved it. So, oh man.
Totally. Yeah,
But
I mean, it's the kind of not fun part about doing the indie comics, or just doing kind of anything as kind of like a you're doing it yourself as a creator and stuff like that, and having to do the marketing. You see the bigger companies and stuff like that who can afford to have like a marketing person to do all that stuff, and they're like, oh my god, I just want to, can we just do that? And so I get burnt out for sure during a campaign of doing the social media, and I feel like after a campaign I just like blip, and I'm like, nope, you're not going to hear from me for a while. But yeah, I think that's also really smart, that idea of just like, self-interested. When you're doing social media, it is kind of like it's like a business practice. It's like this practice thing that you have to kind of just get over that self-doubt in a way of like, do people care this much and whatnot. It's just like you have to make them care, because you care, and I think
why should they care? Only until you tell other people and you get them bought in.
Totally.
That's
awesome.
Good stuff.
What kind of, can you spoil the book at all, and say what kind of the stories and stuff like that you've got included, or what genres of horror are in here?
We absolutely can. Kay, do you happen to have it pulled up?
I don't, but I can.
I think I beat you to it. All right.
Look at you.
So we have, I think I mentioned 17 creators. We have 8 different stories. We have 3 different covers. We don't have a standard and variants. We have 3 cover choices by 3 artists that we literally said, it's got to be horror related. Go. And like they came up with the covers and all the things on their own, ran it by us, and we were like, hell yes. Oh my God, that's insane. Go. Yeah. Keep going. So the covers I've released over the past 3 days, bless you.
Cough, but thank you.
Okay,
I like
great.
being blessed by you.
Hey, I tried.
I know.
So we have a historical gothic tale from Jasmine Crawshaw and Matt Madden. We've got a psychological monster tale from Tony Kapp and Chaz Hoare. We've got a dystopian, weird, you just got to read
like
it.
Survival horror. Yeah. Dystopian survival horror. That's a good
There it
name.
is. from Von Fox and Kay, we've got a single solo cartoonist, Evan Johnston, doing a sci-fi tale. I wrote a folklore tale with Alex Clark doing the artwork on that. Duke and Miggs are doing a technological, crazy story about paranoia. Ryan Benton, who I have seen at some point in the green room, and the Catonauts, who was in the chat earlier, Mason O'Halloran, are doing a sword and sorcery horror tale. And then we've got Nicki Minaj Gadella. I just call him Nicki Minaj because I was like, how do you pronounce your first name? He was like, it's like Nicki Minaj. And I was like, okay, perfect. Nicki Minaj Gadella and Lucas Nemeth are doing an Indian body horror tale that is just like insanely messed up. I think it's going to make people uncomfortable, which I'm really excited about. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man,
So that's
quite,
and then
quite
weaving
the different lineup, and it all sounds like very, very different stuff to put under one book. That's awesome.
And yet we have a storyteller. Kay, you talk about Roger. I don't need to talk about Roger. You created him.
Yeah. So Roger is a marionette. When I first came up with him, I was like, and this is where the text of, but no, seriously, we should do our own. He was going to be a storyteller for me collecting my own short stories. I realized I wasn't going to be able to do that, but he's a marionette that is designed to look like Mr. Rogers. However, he's cut off all of his control strings and carries around the scissors that he used. Giant scissors. Yeah.
So yeah,
he's very unsettling.
He is. And he's throwing a death party, and everyone's invited. And it's like, so we've written his own tale to tie all of the stories together in a way that makes sense as well. So, yeah, there's Ryan. Ryan, are you all set on give me a thumbs up if you're all set on your end, because only I can see you. Perfect. Let's get Ryan in here. There he is.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, man. How are you?
The audio quality is perfectly fine. So
Okay, good.
You're such a dick.
I know. I almost went like, no, I know you're really worried about that.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never done it before, so I was trying to get it.
You're good, man.
Here you are. You're doing the thing.
Yeah.
Welcome in. So your tale, as I get creators in, your tale is the sword and sorcery, Sir William and the Scourge tale.
Yes.
What, without spoiling and giving away the goat, what is your story about?
So I guess if I had to summarize it, it's so I kind of took the name a little bit from like St. George and the Dragon, the famous story. I had a really cool like illustrated children's book as a kid. I loved it, so that was kind of in my head. And then it's basically a knight, Sir William, and his squire return to a castle that's been sort of besieged by both plague and monsters. And he's there to rescue his wife and the other royalty he might have left behind. But it was...
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Where'd you go? I think he was trying to turn off a notification.
I'm going to do this. See, this is when I see him come back in, I'll get him back on. It is a haunted stream. There he is. Now you're in the... Let's see. Is that better?
There he is.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Yeah, sorry. I kept getting notifications from some... get rid of them because they were going over your guys' faces. And I logged out or whatever. I could still hear you guys, but I guess you couldn't hear me.
Nope.
But yeah.
Perfect. So Sir William has left the royalty behind, comes back to the castle.
Right. And then basically he finds it's in much worse shape than he left it.
Mm.
So like it's more abandoned. There's nothing really there except some. I don't want to spoil too much, except some different creatures, and he does find some people he's looking for, but they're not quite the way he left them.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds
That's good
very
stuff.
ominous. So I do have a question that's just popped in my head. What inspired this tale besides the story in your children's book? Which,
So that kind of more was inspiring of the name and the character.
Mhm.
The actual the beginning of the story was actually like a dream one of my sons told me about. We were kind of discussing, and I was like, man, that's really weird and cool. So I was like, maybe I could kind of have that for kind of part of a scene, and then I built off that, and it kept going, and then maybe the first 3 pages are I gave credit to my son, and then the last 5 are things I built off it. Basically.
That's cool.
And then
That's super cool.
and then I just kind of not too long ago been reading a lot of like Conan books, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I myself haven't been exposed to that much sword and sorcery before, so I kind of read a little more Robert E. Howard, and I was just like, man, I haven't seen this in comics really, so I was like, why not try that? You know?
Yeah, that's super fun.
Love it.
that.
Jade, as I noticed the time and Austin's in the green room,
No, that's all good.
what do you have going on this year? Like, what can people expect? Do you have another horror show coming up?
I'm actually taking a little bit of a break from It's a Horror Show.
Okay.
And I'm working on a new series called Not Enough Blood, which I made an ash can zine. So here's our first zine. So Not Enough Blood is an indigenous horror story. So I'm Blackfoot, and so this is a story that it's going to be a series of books, and I'm working on the first issue, and it's all the stories in it are stemming from things and stories and legends that my dad would tell us, tell my siblings and I growing up about his life. And he passed away back in 2020, and so I'm not able to ask him like the follow-up questions about what the start, before this story happened, or why did this happen. And so there's a lot of questions I have about these stories, and so I took the stories and put them together and then filled in the gaps with horror and made it my own series. And so it's about my dad, but it's also about me, but it's also about my relationship to my indigenous identity, and so it's the new series I'm working on, and the first issue I'll have it out probably May-ish, and I'm gonna do a Kickstarter for what I'm calling Part 1, which will be books 1 through 3, and then I'll do a Part 2 Kickstarter sometime in 2027 for books 4 and 5 to conclude the series. And so Not Enough Blood will be coming out soon. So that's the big thing I got working.
Dude, as
Love to hear that.
So I'm Abenaki, completely different parts of the country.
Yeah, very much so.
But like I draw a lot of inspiration from the deeper I dig in like the Abenaki folklore and their belief system and structures and all that stuff. So I love that you're taking stories that your dad told you and like spinning it in horror, because anything horror I'm going to be all about. So how do people find you online?
Sure. Easiest way is probably social media. So Instagram is the one I'm probably the most active on, and I'm just at Jade Louder on Instagram. I'm also on Blue Sky with the same, and my website is jadelouder.com, and you can find news and updates there as well. So awesome.
Sweet, dude. I appreciate you hopping on. It's good to talk to you on a stream here.
Good luck, y'all. I
appreciate it.
I backed it while we were talking, and I'm super excited for it. All the stories sound awesome. The covers look great. definitely a book to look forward to. So congrats, y'all. Thanks so much for having me on.
Sweet. Thanks, dude. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
That sounds good.
I have follow up for you.
Right on. Let's make it happen.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
See y'all.
Boots. I love the boot button. All right. Sweet. I got
questions with the native horror and
dude
and family history tied into it too.
Oh yeah.
Like,
see, and that's my missing piece is I didn't have, like, because we grew up so far removed from tribal life that now I'm like trying to discover what the identity even means being in Ohio.
What does it mean to you? Yeah. It's really wild being disconnected because for everyone else, I didn't say it while Jade was here, of course, but I have Mayan and Linka heritage. Like that's my native background. Yeah. So my tribal heritage is in Honduras. And you've seen the comic that I did about my dad, and I just barely tied the two together.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to fit a page count.
Right.
And I would love to take the two and really put them together like that. That would be super cool.
Yeah.
I'm pumped to read those.
Yeah, dude. Same.
Yeah. I haven't, other than maybe like the Wendigo, I don't know much about like indigenous horror at all myself.
Dude, it's once you start like scratching the surface, it's like, holy shit, there's so much. Like everything. When I was like, I want to do like native horror based on Abenaki mythology. So what even is their mythology? What is their folklore? And then suddenly it was like, oh my God, there's like ice-hearted cannibals. There's like what? And different tribes had completely different like horror legends. And so
for some reason I can't hear C. I can hear K.
You
I'm not sure if this is me. Because I see C
He's
talking a lot.
With you now.
That time I was totally fucking.
And then I thought it was nothing, but then I could hear K go, So I was like, oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, I am the quiet one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something on my end.
I'm just not fighting to get my words in.
You should fight harder because I'll just take over and just talk.
We can wrestle in June.
It's gonna be awesome in June.
We're doing all sorts of things.
I'm gonna bring in our next friend of CHK, and maybe you can hear him. We've got the American Demon. Hey, Austin.
Look at that. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Y'all are off to an awesome launch.
Thank you.
Hey, Austin.
Thank you.
What's up, Ryan?
Hey. I can hear Austin. I still can't hear C for whatever reason. Can you guys hear C?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I hear him.
That's insane.
Oh man. All right.
Weird.
Well,
did you hear him before?
I heard him before. Yeah, I was talking. It was right after I heard. Like you talked about your dad with the Honduran history, and then suddenly I couldn't hear C anymore.
That's
haunted
so weird.
stream.
Yeah,
that's two.
What exactly do you live on top of, Kris?
I have no idea.
I suppose there's a good chance we all live on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
I'm gonna leave and try to come back and see if that fixes it. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
Let's see. Boots. All right. Austin, how the heck are you?
I'm great. How
Fantastic.
about you guys?
So good.
Doing
I will be better when this is done and I look at the Kickstarter because I haven't looked at it since we launched. And like part of me doesn't even want to because that's when my anxiety will kick in. So
it's when all the good times
seem to disappear.
Yeah. That's when the joy dies. That's that's exactly right. Yeah. Let's see if Ryan can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Excellent.
I don't know. That was weird. Sorry, I don't know.
For
I don't even
now.
know how I did that. Yeah.
So-
I'm a little nervous being in the same room as Ryan because I messed up that piece a little bit.
No, don't.
Don't listen to him. He's been threatening me, and
Oh, man.
You're not in our
afraid
Discord,
for my
bro. We know.
No. It's awesome. Don't worry about it. I like it. It's a different take. Like I said, it's almost like a movie poster type thing. You captured the essence of it, the way it looked. It's like the Star Wars originally, Star Wars movie posters. Like Luke up like. That scene's never in the movie, but it's awesome.
Never there. Yeah. I loved it. I thought it was super.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love that the two of you are here at the same time because I was hoping this timing would work out. Tell me about tell everybody else what the hell you're talking about right now.
Ryan, why don't you tell everybody about the story? A little bit of your idea and synopsis, unless I missed that part.
You might have missed that part.
Yeah.
We might have covered that. It's okay.
No. So I did a piece for his because out of the ones that I've read, I kind of gravitated more towards his. I like sword and sorcery kind of stuff. I like knights. I like horror and spiders. And I kind of should have got like more spider in there, because I love drawing monsters, but like I don't know. I read over the synopsis real quick when Kay sent it to me, and then I had just kind of been dwelling on it a little bit, and then I was like, I got it. And then I started making it, and I sent it to Kay, and I was like, what do you think? He's like, yeah, that's good. And I'm like, yeah, I think so too. And then like I just made the whole thing. I just was like, okay, full send. I'm gonna make the whole thing.
Yep.
And I did, and you're like, that is awesome. That is great. It's got the essence of the story, but that never happens.
But no. I mean, no. I shouldn't even say anything. I'm sorry. It's such a beautiful drawing. It was, it
reminds me a lot of like stained glass type scenes.
Yes, yes. I thought that too. That. Yeah, me too.
That was the goal. I practiced a little with like some stained glass brushes that I found, and like a little bit of the overlay layers and how I work them with color now. And it turned out good. It wasn't the way I imagined, but like it turned out good. So I was very pleased with how the stained glass did come across.
Yes, it really, really came across good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's totally sword and sorcery. You pictured like the error and kind of like how I was picturing the castle and everything. It's like, yeah, you really hit that nail on the head. It was great. Yeah.
And so, Kay, where is this going to be included? How does the world see the piece that we're all talking about and gushing over?
Oh, I don't know. How do we gush over it for everybody?
I'll be adding it to the folders, and then I'm also gonna be putting it up on the social media because really that's really cool to see. I think it'll generate a lot of interest. Is it a beautiful piece, and another cool
make it on the campaign page. Just a little bit.
Right. Yeah, no, totally.
Listen, I can still update that page. I can't update the tiers, but there were other like promo images that were added as I was driving home from work, and I was like, I don't have time to add those. Like that's going to be after the fact. And we have a secret add-on that's going to be added after it's not available yet. And so there's
Don't worry about
it's scheduled, but it's a mystery. Keeping that
Do I know this
one
mystery?
keeping that one in the hat, as no one said. No one has ever said that. But I'm keeping it in the hat, and it'll come out at some point during the campaign.
Do I know what this mystery is?
You do. Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Look at your text from I went rogue.
It's just CH now.
That's right. It's my show. Which also, just fun sidebar, sorry to like completely just be anal retentive OCD about those covers.
Nope, you're good.
I need to say that publicly, so that other people are witness to it, because
I mean, it was very minor. Honestly, the night when I was trying to do the trade dress and we hadn't talked about the bar across the top, which honestly, when I start thinking like DC House of Secrets and that kind of stuff, I'm like, of course that belongs there.
Okay,
I was fucking exhausted and I was just like, God damn it. But then I saw it and I was like, okay, but not that font, obviously.
Yeah.
You were saying this is not the font.
Yeah, so he sent over like the initial trade dress of all the covers, and I was like, that's not at all what we talked about. And so I like quickly cut, pasted, like threw some shit together, and I sent it back. I was like, didn't we talk about this with the bar and the title and the corner? But like, this is what we talked about. What are you doing?
that.
And he was like, we definitely didn't talk about this. No. I was like, fuck. Hey, can we talk about this? This is what I'm imagining. This is what I think the covers need to be like. And
I went rogue.
It was K comics for just like an hour, and then I clamped down on it real quick.
Like, no, there's a CH in here.
Coming back to the table. But yeah, I mean, all three of them ended up fantastic. Like, super good stuff. I'm excited about all of the stories.
I love that Dark Horse with
Taylor's piece. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
The longer you look at it, the more you'll see. Like I had to just sit and stare at it.
Do you ever see that painting Nightmare?
I don't think I have.
Wait. I wonder if I can share a window.
You should be able to. Because of course you have it just handy right there.
Let's see here. Okay. And
nice.
I don't think I've ever had a shared screen with 4 people before. We're trying all the new things right now. There it is. Add to stage.
You see that horse?
Ah, there it is. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is ominous. I love that.
That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
And what the hell is sitting on her? Is that like a demon?
Demon coming out of her, it looks like.
You know, you've ever heard how people that have night terrors, they feel compression on their chest?
Yeah.
And maybe they'll even say that they saw an entity or something in the room or on them or shadow of the wall. I think that's what this is really trying to depict.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because she's just laid out.
Yeah.
This thing is just like squatted on her. That's super creepy. I love it.
That's disturbing, and I want it on my wall.
I do.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Nope.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Sleep paralysis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad I don't have that, because that would be awful. Although I usually go to sleep and wake up in the exact same position, and like my blankets and everything are still in the exact same spot.
How do you do that?
I don't. When I go to sleep, I don't go to sleep. I die every single night, and then I resurrect in the morning. Yeah, my wife is the opposite, where she's such a light sleeper that like a fly will fart 6 houses down and she'll wake up like, "Did you hear that? What was that?" And I'm snoring right next to her, and she's like, she hates me for it. She wakes up and I'll be in trouble if I tell you what happens.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but yeah, I am a very deep sleeper, which is great for me.
I don't know what that's like. I'm the only light sleeper in the house.
That sucks. Maybe we shouldn't have an all-night slumber party when you're in June, because you will not sleep with me in the room.
I'm an old man. I gotta wake in the middle of the night.
If I drink anything past like 10 o'clock, I'm up at like 2-3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. If I drink anything past 6,
and look, I'm staying properly hydrated. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm trying to do as I switch from a can to my giant water bottle. I don't have those issues, man. Like I said, I die every night and I'm resurrected every morning. Yeah.
God, only. That's like a superpower.
And I can sleep anywhere, and it only takes me like a minute to fall asleep. It just keeps getting better.
You have the most energy out of everybody.
Right. He just falls asleep and recharges for a little bit.
I have to. I literally stay awake until I'm like falling asleep, and then I'm like, oh, it's time to go to bed. And then I do that, and everything's great. So I see that we have Lucas in the green room. I love that I can see this and none of you can. So I see Lucas, and I love, stay exactly like that, please. Don't move, Lucas. Ryan, I'm going to boot you if you don't mind. And we're going to get Lucas in here.
Sure. Well, thanks for everything, having me on, being part of the anthology. Thank you so much, Austin, for that awesome picture.
It's my pleasure. I had fun.
And you'll definitely see it. I'll make sure it'll be up and involved. So,
it's great getting to talk to you and like kind of meet you. So
yeah, it's great to meet you too. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Perfect. We'll talk to you, Ryan.
Good night.
Boots. All right. And welcome to the stream.
It's delightful to see you all.
Oh man, it's so good.
That was great. He's like, it's been 10 minutes.
It has been 4.5 minutes.
He's been in the green room since we started the stream.
Just made him sit there the whole time.
Yeah.
I can't change this face now. This has become involuntary.
Yeah. Some mom out there is going, I told you it'd stick that way.
It's fantastic. Lucas, how the heck are you, man?
I'm doing quite well. I'm a little bit tired, just got back from work, but I am super stoked. Can I use expletives in this live stream?
Hell yeah, you can.
Yes.
All right, I am frickin' stoked about this. And yeah, well, this has been a blast. Working with Manoj on this really wretched story. And
yeah, man.
I like making things a little bit nasty. So I was having a wonderful time.
That's awesome.
I would say that you probably had the best time because it's a disgusting story. It's been a whole lot of fun. Like one of the things that I didn't anticipate when we started talking about doing our anthology was just the damn joy I was going to feel seeing other people's stories come to life. And so like we read Minaj's pitch and we immediately were like, oh my God, yes. Yeah. And like the two of you, based on your pitches and what you like drawing and what his story was about, it was just like, this all makes perfect sense. Got to be a pair. And then seeing your channel on Discord just like immediately like, oh, okay, so here's what we're doing, here's the thing, here's the plan, here's the, and it was just like, holy shit, these guys aren't screwing around. Like you're just balls to the wall going for it. Love it.
Manoj was like, he's like the perfect partner for this. Like I got in, I was like, okay, so give me the rundown, and he's like, all right, I already got all the thumbnails done. So you just have fun. And I did. And we got it done like I think we got it done in like a month ahead of time. So
yeah,
then we just kind of like tuned it up, did a little bit of adjustments, made things a little bit more juicier, a little bit more like fleshier. This was just a super fun time. And hey, if ever you're doing something like this again, I'm open.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Heard. Noted. Yeah, I will say if we were giving shit, okay, we need to give superlatives throughout the campaign. Like in the updates that we're sending. Because the first superlative that we need to give is to Lucas and Minaj for being the like most on top of it and eager beavers to get their shit done. Like seeing you and Minaj get all of the things together as quickly as you did, it was giving me anxiety about every other team. It was like, they've already got the whole damn story done. Like they're lettering already. And then it was like, no, wait, it's not even March yet. What the hell is happening?
It's giving you anxiety. I've still got all these fucking Roger pages to finish. What the hell?
That's true. I still have 4 more pages to script, but you know, it's fine. One of them's the splash page at the end. So
okay, the splash at the end, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. We just
I
story.
Say this is not my. While I do like to work really fast, this is not my work ethic. I was fresh out of. Well, I got this when I got this opportunity, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go all fucking in. So,
hell yeah,
perfect. And it worked out. I love it.
Yeah.
Super stoked. Like
work together.
It just I just want the two of you, and I'm not like putting anything on the two of you, but I just want the two of you to like do a full ass, give me a like 40-page story of just some crazy bonkers shit. Like I just want that, because the story that you have is so freaking wild. Like I think it's gonna excite the people and disgust the people.
Yeah.
And in all the right ways. So
if I have the opportunity to work with him again for like a 30-40 page comic, I am fucking down.
Done. Great.
Are we stopping at 30-40 pages? Let's go
Chris
for
is
an
like,
OGN.
Like, let's do a whole thing.
Yeah. OGN. 120
We'll publish
pages
it.
of disgustingness.
It's fine. We'll slap the CHK logo on the corner.
Yeah.
We'll help out as we can.
Yeah.
I love it. I am taking notes on other things, trying to catch up. Talk amongst yourselves. What's Austin? Do you know Lucas? Is this the?
I don't.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Austin,
I'm Luke.
Lucas, Austin. Nice to meet each other.
So
Perfect.
you were the artist on what story?
I was the artist on The Bearer. So, little rundown for those curious. A scientist is preparing himself and doing experiments on himself for the coming of a new god, and he is the one to birth it. And
I remember reading this one. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He's already like, oh,
That's the one. with the vocabulary word.
Yeah.
Also
Super
excited
stoked.
about that. Is that one of those covers, like the spine being exposed? Was that from that story, or is that from a different story?
No.
Okay.
Nope. All 3 covers are independent covers
That have no relation to
zero
Nope.
connection at all.
They're just
Okay.
another way to bring in yet another new creator. That's all it was.
And
Yeah,
thank you, Hourglass Comics. I do appreciate that.
It was dude, Lucas, you're a star. You're getting all the
Look
love
at that.
right
It's
now.
the cat power.
Also, hello, this is Creature.
Amazing.
Can we use expletives? Frickin' this guy.
This guy. Yeah, I love the Captain America language.
Yes.
Super good stuff. So, what? Austin, I'm forgetting. I'm not used to this many people in one stream. So we've been going for almost 2 hours now. Austin, I'm talking to you now. What is going on on your desk? Like, what work are you working on right now?
I'm still working on issue number 4 of Envy. So that's going to be releasing in a few weeks on Kickstarter for issue number 4, but also like the trade paperback. So it's a pretty chunky endeavor of a goal, and I'm pretty nervous about it, but it's kind of like what Kickstarter's for. You're going to market test like how an audience is going to get it, and if it doesn't fund, you're not like any worse off. And so I might just relaunch issue 4 by itself, but trying to take this big swing, I think, is really going to like generate some growth and audience that I have never experienced. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
So,
and you're launching that like late April, yeah?
April 17th.
Nailed it. That's the last week of our campaign. So if you're following and or backing of AHA, A of all, thank you, because you're awesome. And
Yes.
B of all, expect to see an update with a link to the Envy Kickstarter.
Yes.
And also like, thanks for sending our campaign in your updates. Like that to me is the wild thing that I didn't expect with Kickstarter, like being a creator, having my own campaign on Kickstarter, is the number of creators that are like, yeah, I'll throw a link for your thing in my thing. Like, just can we swap? And it's like, hell yeah, we can swap. Yes.
Yeah.
Because then it's even more exposure, and it's going to people that already understand what Kickstarter is. I was actually texting a friend of mine earlier. Betty, if you're watching, sorry, but I was texting her. She backed Barricade Brigade, and I had sent her the link for AHA, and she was like, I never got my book for Barricade Brigade. And I was like, well, that's because you didn't back for a physical tier. Like, you didn't back for any tier. You just like, I believe in it. Here's money.
Yeah.
It was like,
I've had a lot of people do
that.
Stop.
But she was like, how do I order the book? And I was like, you fucking don't. You already, I'll just give it to you next time I see you. She was like, what? Like, I want to pay for it. I was like, Betty, you already did.
Bless your heart.
You already did. I'm not taking your money twice. Like, I
had a Kickstarter going back in October for my fitness program.
Yeah.
And while it was going on, I was telling my coworker, hey, Kris, you said you've been wanting to back this. If you want to back it, it's up. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. No problem. I got, like, I'm going to do that tonight. And then I was like, okay. And then like a week later, he hasn't backed, and he'll come up to me, and like I had flyers out at the gym trying to like push it to members at the gym. And he grabbed one and was like, hey, so this is still going on, right? Like, this is still going. I'm like, yeah. yeah. He's like, how do I get to it? And I'm like, that flyer has words on it. Like, and a QR code and a link, and like,
I don't know
you're
how
on
else
my
to do
mailing
it.
list.
Give me your
Jeez.
phone, man. Just let me
scan
here.
the QR code for you and make this as simple as possible.
Campaign
Fuck.
the campaign's done. A week later, I didn't fund it, and a week later, he's like, "Hey, so I'm gonna fund. I wanna fund this right now." I'm like, "It's over," and he's like, "No, it's you kidding?" I'm like, "No, it's done. You can't pledge to it, right?"
You missed it, man.
So he's like really on top of this next one. He's like, "Hey, man, is it up right now?" And I'm like, "No, it'll be up on April 17th for 30 days. You following? Okay."
Awesome.
And oh my gosh.
That's when you take his phone, you create a calendar reminder for your launch day, and in the notes you put the link to the Kickstarter so that he gets the notification. He goes, "What the hell is this?" And it says, "Back Austin's comic." Oh yeah. Tap it and it goes straight to the Kickstarter. He's like, "Oh, right on." Yeah, my cousin did the same thing where he was like, "Man, you just tell me what I need to do," and I'm like, "I'm there." And I was like, "Will you go to this Kickstarter link and you have to create a Kickstarter profile, but then just select the reward for a physical book or digital or whatever, and that's what you have to do." He was like, cool. And same thing, like a week after the campaign ended, he was like, "Hey, sorry, I'm just remembering, how do I get to the thing for your comic?" And I was like, "Listen, if you want one, just tell me and just give me $5 and I'll give you the book." Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Sometimes, oh my gosh, I don't even remember what I was gonna say, man.
Outstanding. Well, now that your brain is melting down, where do people find you on social media?
So you can find me at AmericanDemonComics.com. My comic is a webcomic, first and foremost, so it gets updated about twice a month. I'm also on Substack, so if you subscribe to me on Substack, then you get the updates straight to your inbox. You'll get the Envy updates. You'll get Kickstarter updates. You get random stuff that I do. I went on a ghost hunt a couple months ago. I went on another one here recently, and like I'll post about it. And then I posted just yesterday about like photographing paranormal stuff. It's like not as easy as people think. But yeah, that's where you get to learn more about me and what I like to dive into, and you'll get the comic through Substack, but also launch day email subscribers.
That word. Yep.
An exclusive secret link to a subscription discount to the main product. So
nice.
I highly recommend signing up for that. If signing up for updates, if you want some discounts.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it, man.
Demons, by the way, it's like a very shonen manga-esque kind of story about demons and Lucifer trying to take over the world. The angels get locked out by Zagan, and the other kings are somewhere in the world. Paimon might make an appearance in Egypt. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And it's very much like Gargoyles. I like to say that's kind of the vibe. It's like a very violent Gargoyles. It's like Attack on Titan, gritty Gargoyles. So go check it out.
Hell yeah. Well, I will make sure that the Envy for Kickstarter is included in my post stream wrap up thing that I'll probably not do tonight because I'm going to crash immediately after this. I'll die, and then tomorrow morning I'll resurrect and get that together. But I appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us for a bit. And again, all the support that you continue to give us and show us. It's the best. You're a real one, so I appreciate you.
Or having me.
For sure. All right. I am going to boot you. Everybody say bye, Austin. Bye,
Austin.
Boots. And then, oh wow, there's Lucas in real light, not his spooky red light. Oh no, he's a real person.
Food
as he's getting DoorDash.
That's fucking rad. Oh, we got pizza. We're having a pizza party.
Yeah, we got a pizza party. All right.
Hell yeah!
Yeah,
What we
that's
get?
outstanding. Escaped hell lighting. I love it. Oh man, you like with the green, now you're blending into the background of the stream too. It's absolutely perfect. Oh man. All right, there. Okay. All right. Okay. Well,
all right. Now I'm back to hell. I'm back in my murder room.
It's so good. What's I gotta know what your pizza is now. Like, where's your pizza from? What are you eating?
Oh well, I got some stuff from Pizza Nova. I don't know if y'all Yankees have that. Might be a Canuckian only thing.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a mushroom pizza for my wife and a pepperoni onion for myself. So.
Ooh. Pepperoni and onion. That's all my wife eats on her pizza.
Really?
So anytime I get pizza, it's pepperoni and onion. And then I do like half with extra something for me.
There's a place here called Doro that does a ratatouille pizza that's so fucking good.
What?
It's it doesn't present like a fancy ratatouille. It presents more like a homemade one. But it's so good that I do not miss the meat at all.
Okay.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yeah. Dig it like a grave.
Yeah. So a fellow Canadian Migs also in the book. Pizza Nova, getting them through the rough times. So like it's good to have that go-to pizza place. Because like mine was grandma's in high school. Like we always just used to go to grandma's, and like it was nobody's grandma. It was just called Grandma's Pizza. And it like anytime you ordered it, there was guaranteed to be like an inch of grease, and that was your topping. And then somewhere under it was cheese. And it was like, man, for those high school nights where you were at school for like 18 hours because you did all the extracurriculars because your mom wanted you to be involved. Thanks, Mom. Going to grandma's afterwards was peak eating, and now I look at it and I get heartburn. So like, hey, well, no more grandmas for me, but that's okay. That's all right. It's 8:55. And I don't know if anybody else can tell, but I am running on fumes. So, Lucas, I will cordially dismiss you. Go eat your Pizza Nova. Enjoy it. Thank you for hanging out.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for enduring my little bit of chaos.
No, I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I always will welcome chaos on the stream. So go enjoy the pizza. We'll talk soon, I'm sure, with the campaign running. So everybody say bye to Lucas. Bye, Lucas.
Bye.
Boots. All right. And then there were two, and it was just the CH and the K.
Yeah.
We launched another Kickstarter, man.
We did. And
here we are.
I was naughty and I looked.
I saw a post from Mason that we were already at 23% funded.
We're past that now.
Hell yes, we are. Love it. All right, fine. I will pull it back up.
Do it. Do it. This is the way we sign off.
This is the way. Let's see. Hell yeah, dude. 26 backers. We're already almost at $1,000 raised.
Right? That's fucking what I'm talking about right there.
Dude, if this was Barricade Brigade, That's like 150% of what our goal was for Barricade Brigade.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
raised it in an hour and a half. So hell yes.
Hell yes. To this
thanks
whole fucking team.
to the whole team, for all of the creators for putting their creative juices into this book.
Yes.
Making it goopy and gross and splorchy and all of the things. It's been a blast. Thank you to everybody. Holy shit, for sounding off in the chat. Anytime I had a chance to take a second and look in the chat, it was constant. Like every time it was a whole new page of comments. So thank you for hanging out with us and for commenting and being a part of it and helping to make this launch party a fucking blast. This was so much fun. Already forgotten how tired I was because this is the jolt of energy I needed to now take it forward for the next 31 days. Okay, cool. Any parting words? Any
Man, I think the big thing to remember here is we're just at the beginning of this campaign. B, we're just at the beginning of CHK. But C, it's time to take big swings. The world's not going to wait for any one of us. There it goes. Look at that nasty ass hand. I love it.
I'm just showing off buttons that I made at the library.
I know, because fucking up the public library, because that's punk as fuck.
And the connections that I've made going to said library are insane. And there's Taylor's. There we go. I gotta block my face.
Yes, it likes your face.
It does.
Look at you.
And then, because I was making them, if you want to see the first sticker image of any of the stories, here's the witchy old hag from the folklore tale that I wrote that is going to be an AHA. Artwork by Alex M. Clark. You got this done real early so that we had it and we were ready for it. And this is an oversized button. If you're going to be in the Central Ohio area this weekend, come to Columbus, come to a small press alternative comics expo in Hilliard, Ohio, which is, I guess, northwest Ohio, at the McCoy. This is the name of the event center. And I'll be there with my wife. Alex will be tabling right next to me, which is going to be dope. And I'll have these buttons, and you can buy these buttons. You can buy the little 1-inch buttons, and I will have the QR code for the campaign that you can back it right there and maybe get something free for your efforts. So this was a whole hell of a lot of fun. I love doing these. This is
this is the way to go, man. This is fun.
This is the way.
I mean, like, and like, in all seriousness, take the big swings, make the fucking art, and have fun doing it, because the process is like when we were talking to oh god, what show were we on? The process is ours. This is where we share the process with everyone else.
Yeah. And I think I stumbled upon my new tagline that I'm going to try. Thanks for tuning in. Go back on Kickstarter. It's live right now until April 25th, which is a big day for me and maybe for you too. And so I'm definitely going to have a way for people to sign up for my Substack. Vaughn, good call outs. Good call out. I've been asking everybody for their guidance. And so that's one that I already had ready and available for my brain. But for now, I'm going to go die. So I will talk to everybody tuning in tomorrow, because there's a big fucking number. Let's take a screenshot, shall we?
Yeah.
Let me get let's do the OG. Let's do the OG. Let's see. Now that it's got my phone, I gotta go this way.
Look at that.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Cool. I'm gonna try it out. That's it for us on this live stream here on the Longbox Punk, a special live stream campaign kickoff for Aha, a horror anthology brought to you by us, Kris Mendoza, Kris Stahl. We are CHK Comics. We're fresh, we're fun, we're borderline ridiculous. Now go.
Right.
Yeah, damn it. See, I wanted to go into my old tagline.
Do it.
Only you can make your art. So go make it. We're out of here.